into my little studio in Sweet Home, Oregon. So today I am starting a new journal. I love Christmas, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is absolutely the most beautiful time of the year. It's filled with joy and delight, even though we've got the unmentionable hanging out with us in our environment all over the world. Somehow Christmas is just making that sit on the back burner just for a little bit so that we can feel and express joy and delight and merriment, and our houses get decorated and we're wrapping presents, and you know the whole thing if you do Christmas. But no matter how you celebrate it, this time of the year is just kind of fun, and it's just a delight. So don't get me wrong. It's just while I have Christmas going on in the background over here in my home, and there's so much happening, I need a change of pace, and I just couldn't do any more Christmas. I worked up a whole video, an hour's worth of video the other day, and made Christmas ornaments, and not a one of them turned out right. So I dumped the video, and I realized that I think I was telling you a long time ago, several years ago, after my mother passed away. It was a bad time to do it, but I did it. I cleaned out my studio completely, and I sold lots, unbelievable amount of craft and cardstock, and not only did I sell a lot of the cardstock, but a lot of it great big tubs of it went to the library, and they use it for their summer programs, which I am extremely grateful for. But I just, the craft supplies, I have gotten rid of most of my craft supplies. I keep a lot of things like beads and lace and bling and things like this, but I no longer keep all the little metal snowflakes or the little trees or any of that. And I decided if I was going to do Christmas, I was going to have to purchase those things, and I don't want to do that. My room is now totally set up. It's got a sewing area, and it's set up to do journals and lacy things and feminine type of items, shabby kind of things, vintage. So I do collect a lot of vintage linens and stuff like that. This is only a tiny portion of what I have. I've collected it for a very long time, ever since I can remember. Even when I was a teenager, I had, there's one that belonged to one of my kids. Ha ha ha, cute. So, but, I don't have all the little metal supplies that I used to, and I have a lot of charms and stuff like that, but I can use those and some of the tassels and stuff that I do. So all in all, what I'm expressing to you is that because I sold off that whole piece, a big mass proportions of stuff, I don't collect it anymore. And I was working on those ornaments the other day, and I'll show them to you. Let me grab them. They're just little paper ornaments, and because I didn't have little things that I wanted to stick on them, I didn't like this. They're not done because of what I'm going to tell you. I wanted to make some vintage ornaments for my tree, but I didn't really. And so the deal is that I don't want to get into making things like this anymore because I don't want to have to collect it. This one's just not even attempted to be done. And these were done with a couple of dies I have. And I think I've already put those away. But that's the ornaments. And perhaps someday we can make them. But I'm just not there anymore, really. I want to make journals. And I want to get better and better at making journals so that they sell, number one, and so that I can share them with people. My love of journal making and the art, time, love, my heart that goes into these things. And the other thing is that I still have lots of this paper that I really want to use up. And I don't want to make big purchases of papers like this any longer. It's expensive, and although I love them, and I hoard them. I actually hoard, especially the Stamperia papers. I feel like my art needs to move in new directions. And my new direction, coming from mini albums, from painting still lifes to mini albums to mixed media. I love mixed media. I want to still do that, but I need to move forward and make my art about the things that I love right now. And maybe, next Christmas I'm going to be in an ornament making mood, and there will be nothing stopping me. And maybe this year it's because I don't have my granddaughter here so much, and I miss them, and she lights the fire under me to do the little creative snowflakes and tree ornaments, and I don't mind gathering up or going to purchase what she needs for me to help her create something beautiful for her own self. But I don't want to buy a bunch of supplies for myself and have it taking up space here where I don't really have it. And I told Robin, hi Robin, that I guess maybe I need to do a video of my room. It's not very big. I don't know what the size is, but it's not huge. It's a bedroom in a house, that is now a little studio in a house. And I'm still organizing it after I did a mass cleanup of it and reorganized it. It was just situated wrong. I had my tables in the wrong place and my rotary cutter in the wrong place. My sewing machines were not out. They were actually in another room being stored. And now I have all the things I love in here, except for my paint. It's still in the spare bedroom, and I have so much of it that I can't bear to part with it, because I do love paint, and I do love mixed media. So I'll still be doing all my mixed media, and then I'll still come back to crafty crafts and card making and stuff like that. But really, I want to, like the, I'm trying to get my foot out of my mouth. Oh, let's see. Like these Christmas journals that I made, and I'm still making. I have 2 left to do. Like these things. I love making these because I feel that it's something that I can pass along to somebody, and not only can they enjoy it for the Christmas spirit, but I could make one of these any time of the year in a different theme, and they would enjoy it again all over. And it's something that they can put notes in. They can, keep track of their own little pieces of life in here. And it would bring them joy. And that's what I want to do. I want to bring joy through journals and through art. And I think that the journals express a lot of art and give a lot of joy. And oh, I just love this one, you guys. It is so like such a perfect little size. And it may have been this little journal that created a turning point for me, maybe, and made me realize that I'm comfortable with where I'm going with my art right now, and I don't want to go back to filling my space up with lots of things. If I had a nice big place, sure, that'd be great. If I could build one out in my field and make a big studio where I could do classes and stuff, man, I'd collect it all. I would not have a problem with that. But because I want to go this direction right now, I just wanted to let you know that. Also, as we look at these papers, I'm going to explain to you what's going on out here where I live for the next week. We are looking at refurbishment of our electric lines coming out into our area here. And because of that, I'm going to try and get some videos done today and get them uploaded so you'll have some this week. Otherwise, we've been warned that starting Monday the 14th, clear to Friday, from 7 a.m. Monday morning to 7 p.m. Friday night, we are looking at vast power outages in our neighborhooding area. By mass, I mean by many, many, many. And that we could experience lots of outages during the week as they replace these, whatever they're replacing in the electrical, to make it better so that we don't suffer so many power outages in the future, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to try and get these videos up and loaded, and so that you'll have some. Otherwise, next week, I don't know. If the power is going off and on a lot, I don't want to turn my computer on and risk damage to it or to the programs I have on it. So, anyway, just to let you know, that's what's going on. So if you don't see me all week, it means I miss you really bad. So here is the Stamperia province, 12 by 12. It is 10 double-faced sheets, and this is the Lavender, and I absolutely love it. So I want to just show it to you really quickly and let you know what I'm thinking. Let me take this out a little bit. I don't know if it's better with lights on or lights off. Let's see. I really don't know. I usually end up brightening it up in the, oh yeah, on. I've been having to brighten it up quite a bit in my program. So let's just take a quick look. I have a couple of pads of this, and I want to use them. So this first one I am planning on taking and turning into journaling cards, tags, flips, that kind of thing, pockets. You can see we have lots of little journaling cards here to make. Oh, I didn't show you this one, did I? The back. It's the wood. Stamperia almost always does some wood backgrounds like this. So keep that in mind if you're using a Stamperia that you may have a wood background in an old pad that you didn't finish up, and you may have another peeled paint one in there. So I want to make a little bit of fancier items with these. I want to add some laces and some bling to them, and things that give me great joy. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I love this, and I've wanted to use it forever. And I will show you, maybe not. No, I won't. I put it away. I was going to show you what I might use for the cover, but I put it away. So you'll have to wait. So here's this one. Let's move this. There we go. Okay. Isn't that pretty? That is absolutely gorgeous. And this one. Little sprigs of flowers there. Very pretty. Nice journaling card. Wouldn't this make a nice writing board, you guys? Let's make it into a writing board, shall we? Why not? How big would my journal have to be? How tall? We might be making another tall and skinny. Ooh, that's 9.5. Let's see, let's just measure the inside of it. It is 8 1/8. So if we took it down just to here, then that could be the writing board. How wide is it? Well, let's better check that too. Just measuring the inside, it's 5 inches. And what are my papers normally? 8.5. I usually just fold them over. So we'd have to see if that would actually, well, it wouldn't go in as a page though, would it? It's going to be like in a pocket in the back of the book. I like that idea. And look at that. Oh, gorgeous, isn't it? That's the back of it. Make a great journaling card. This one looks like a pair of jean material that's been dyed purple. Very pretty. Oh, polka dots. I love polka dots. I do. And tags. Did you see the tags that Rachel made this morning or yesterday morning? I think it was this morning. With the lace behind them. Oh my gosh, you guys. They looked so antique and so lovely. Oh my gosh. And I was just in love with them. So great job, Rachel. Those are absolutely beautiful. Oh, words. I love words. Oh, I do. All that script in there. Isn't that beautiful? And this really pretty one. Looks like a wallpaper maybe. Oh, and look at the back of it. Really beautiful. I love the dark purples. And look at these. Oh, lavender bottle. Oh, how beautiful. And this looks like it would fold up. So that would be kind of a cool thing to make too. And then this last page is another script. And then our back page, you always have things you can use. Now, a lot of times I will take these little squares and cut them out, especially these more solid type. And I'll use them for tags in a whatever journal I'm making to go with the Stamperia. So there we go. So we're just going to start today by pulling some of this paper out, and I just really wanted to talk to you mostly about what's going to happen with my week and what's, with my power and stuff, and let you know why I'm not Christmas crafting. I didn't want you to think I'd given up, but no, it's not that. It's just me. Just me. I think these would make great journaling cards, especially if we made some pockets, but what size are they? They are 3.5. So if you had a 4-inch pocket, let's see here. I just got some new coffee dyed papers. Did she put a... Let me see. I'll have to look her up. I think it's from a new place. Handmade with love. Oh, that is so cute. Now, I wouldn't mind getting back into doing wax things. I think that would be a blast. Oh, here we go. Here's her card. Cover to Cover Creations, Junk Journals and Supplies. And this was on her Etsy site. So cover to cover. She was a very fast shipper. I just wanted to try her out. Her paper was, I believe, on sale at the time. And, and I got a little thank you note from her. Ashley is her name. Ashley, I do love the hand-dyed papers, and I will make sure I send you a link so you know that I'm putting your link on this batch of videos because I am going to be using your paper. This is her avocado dyed, and then I have 2 different batches of coffee dyed papers, coffee and tea dyed. So I just wanted you to know what I was going to be using. So let's go ahead and open this up. And I like to, like Gail, I want to support other artists and help them grow their businesses and stuff. And if it wasn't for the blessings of other crafters like me, I wouldn't be making all the strides that I'm making in my crafts right now. So let's have a look at this. So if we put one of these on there, they were 3.5. So we could still put our pocket on here, a 4-inch pocket, and our 3.5 little journal card would fit right in there. So it would be actually perfect. So I don't know what weight this paper is, but it's beautifully soft. I have to smell it. I smell coffee. So yeah. Anyway, this is going to be a soft cover journal. And I don't think this time that I'm going to use any of these as a full page in there. They are going to be used to decorate the pages, I believe. As long as they're sturdy enough. If not, then I will use a thicker coffee dyed paper that I have. So let's go to this. I've got this journal board in mind. So let's pull up our doodad here. Here's a doodad. If you haven't seen one before, this is it. It's a doodad. Zippity doodad, zippity day. My, what a wonderful day. I'm sorry I can't sing, but I'll try to. If you don't mind, sing with me too. I learned when I was taking care of my mama and my dad that my brother also sings about things. We'll just be zipping along, working, and pretty soon we're singing about what we're working with, and you know, it's just fun. It makes the time go by. Okay, so that is almost the size of that paper. I mean, how perfect is that? It's a little too big, so I think we will cut it down to this, maybe the purple line. What do we do? Because if it's a journal board, we want it to be... actually, I'm going to cut it down to the white line, the white frame around it. You can save these if you want. You can save mine if you want, if you can figure out how to get it to you. Oops. You won't want that one. I just cut it wrong. Look at that. I roughed it up. Let's try that again, but we'll press it down a little bit further. Oh, I must need a new blade. Trying to think of what I cut with it last. It didn't like. These blades wear out way too fast. I think that's disappointing. So, just going to trim that down a little bit because it got a little more roughed up than I wanted it to. Now the thing to do maybe to fix that, because it's kind of a funky edge there, I'm not saving those, is to take our Tim Holtz cutter and plop them in here and just deckle that edge a little bit. Oh my goodness, that really made a mess of it. That's okay with this because we'll just try it again. I don't know what to tell you. I'm messing up my first piece of paper. We are going to use it. Paper, we are going to use you. Like it or not. Maybe it's just that side of the paper. I don't know. It must be that I'm just cutting so close to the edge that it's not able to get a nice cut on it. Go. It's getting smaller and smaller. It'll be a journal card before you know it. There we go. We got it. Yay! Okay. So I think I need to change the blade in that anyway. But I'm not doing it right now. Oops, I just threw away my coffee dead paper. Sorry about that little paper. You can come back and stay here with us. Okay, so for it to be a journal card, we're going to have to build it up a little bit. And before we build, let's do something with that beautiful little edge. I have my espresso here. And I've got all that stuff put away. Wowie. Wowie, wow. Oh, over here. Here is, I love this one too. It is pine cone color, and I don't know why I love it so much. The other one we could be using, maybe. I really kind of want the vintage with it though, because I'm going to be using some lace and stuff in here. We could be using one of the Tim Holtz purple colors because they're so beautiful, aren't they? So, tell me what you've all been doing. Did anybody follow along with Robin Dudley Howe's and see what she's been making? Oh my goodness. That's when I wanted to do some crafting, and of course I didn't have the supplies, and I looked at buying them and it was just like, no, I can't. If I can find like one or two of the trees and something like that, then I would probably have done it, but I used to have stuff like that. I used to have the jars and everything, but I just don't anymore. And it would be way too expensive to get back into any of that for me. Okay, so look how far I got that cut down now. So now I have some room to make a nice journaling book out of it, right? Right? So we are going to need something thicker to put it on. Let's see. I have some chipboard to use. I'll try and speak a little louder since I'm over the other side of the room. It's not super thick. It's like was in a ream of paper. Like that. And I think that I could probably use that. So, I'm going to cut this on my cutter back here. And I wonder which size I should make it. This is my paper. So, we don't want it extremely big, do we? But we would want it to fit behind that page. So, what if we made it right here and made it the length of a page? Let's see how wide that is. That is just 5 inches. So let's cut that at 5 by whatever that is I've got there. Hey, where'd that line go? Oh gosh, I put it on the wrong side. I think that's it. I think it could be just slightly smaller than that. There we go. Now, let's see. I want to cover that with that. I think what we'll do is we'll just glue it down on here. Now, no, to do it right, I have to do it right. I mean, that could be the back, but I really kind of want that underneath here. Okay. And we don't want a bunch of lumpy bumpies up there. So if I just glue it down along this line, right here, and then give it a cut, we'll fold it and we'll make it like we're making a book. How's that sound? So we're going to cut it probably right about here by right there. Oh, making more scraps, you guys. Ta-da! So let's go ahead and put this back here and glue it down. Now it's probably going to warp because this is very thin. So it's probably going to warp a bit. Oh, come out wherever you are, glue. Yoo-hoo, glue-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. There's my glue. I'm gluing. Listen to that gluing noise. Woohoo! I always have my little metal tip down on because this way it doesn't spread around as much. I know it's a hassle, I'm sorry. Let's see, let's center that a little bit. Okay, let's flip it over. Oh, I want to show you something I did too. In just a second. Let me get this paper done first. Okay, wanted to show you. Do you have one of these? This is your Memory Keeper's hole punch and eyelet setter. On the 3/16 inch side, the bigger hole, right under the handle, I wrote 3/16 A1. That tells me I need this at A1, or whichever side is AN1. And then on this side, on the 1/8 inch side here, on this handle, I wrote 1/8 inch C3. That way I don't have to pull out my directions, find them. And this way I have it right here. So just something to speed things up for you a little bit, if that helps you. And I did it just with a permanent marker. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that up there. And we are going to cut this off. And you all know I'm just a little bit wimpy about cutting stuff off. And I will use my wimpy cutter, my measurer, if I can find it. It's not wimpy, I absolutely love it. And it is by colorwaysart.com. I love to use it. I use it whenever I want to make good corners on the edge of a book. And I will probably use it forever because I like it. And I like the way it does the corners. So it backs that off enough from the corner that you don't have to guess. You don't have to cut angles. You just make the angles with the folds. Now if your cardboard's thick, you have to change it a little bit sometimes if you got really thick board. Oh, throw that over there. Okay, now the best way to do this is to just kind of pre-fold everything, as you probably know. I might have some air under there or something. Okay. Just double check. Be sure it's glued down all the way. Yeah, see right there it is. I knew there was felt like an air pocket of some kind. Just didn't have it close enough to the edge. Okay, well we're just going to start with that long edge. I always run glue along the edge of the chipboard, and the reason I do that is because the wet in the glue gets into the fibers of the paper and it's less likely to crack up on you. We don't want to get cracked up. So it's less likely to crack. It doesn't mean it won't crack. It just means that it's less likely, because the fibers get wet and careful, Ange. Gotta remember, when it's wet, it's wet. Don't really want that glued together quite yet, right there in the corners. And so, anyway, so I did not, and this was the other thing that bugged me this season, is that I've been so busy trying to figure out what to make and stuff like that, and I love doing this, so don't take this the wrong way at all. That I haven't got my digitals done for Christmas. I have my 2020 digitals, and now they're going to become 2021 Christmas digitals because I didn't get them done. They're mostly done, but not quite. And they're beautiful. I put layer after layer in my digitals, and I'm getting better and better at it. It's work, but I love making digitals. It's so much fun. I can play for all day hours until bedtime. My husband would be like, dinner is ready. Ange, dinner's ready. Angela, dinner's ready. Okay, I'll be right there. Ange, dinner's ready. I'm like, okay, here I come. Just let me finish this one last digital. I forgot to do this part. Don't forget to flip in your corners. Press them down. The best way to do it is to come around from the side. Now, it works better with a thicker paper, or a thicker chipboard. But you can see I did get them down there. Okay. Here we go. hopefully that glue is still nice and gluey. See, it makes pretty good corners. And when we back this, it will look perfect. Okay, now, before you put glue on it, sneak up on that corner and flip it in. You just turn it into the inside. If it gets a little lump right up here, just press it down. You have your bone folder. And if you don't have a bone folder, take the end of, not soft edge scissors, but a firm edge scissor, and just press it down. And what that does is it turns it in here, and then this little piece actually goes out into a little sideways triangle. If that makes sense. So I just come up along the edge, and then I turn it. You kind of have to give it a little leeway coming up over the edge of this other paper, but it does work. And it works well. It makes a nice corner. Okay. Glue. Glue, glue, glue. Glue, 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 glue. And a little bit of glue to grow on. And there we go. Anyway, I found it very refreshing, though, you know, to come to a realization about me and where I'm at with art and stuff like that. This is a nice board, you guys, because I needed to know, you know, I want this to be this side. I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But it needs a little something, doesn't it? I have, where is it? I have over here little bits of stuff left over. Oh, I like that. It would be hard to write on, but I sure like it. Do I want to put that there? It would make a lump to write on. Maybe we'll want to put it on the back. And on the front, we'll try and keep it a little bit flatter. I think we'll come over here. And I really don't care if that hangs over, but if it's going to hang over, I'm going to give it a little hair chop. Just like that. I'm going to go around it just a little bit. Don't know how much of this will show or where it will show. So we'll just go ahead and rough it up a bit. Okay, I want to put that there. Make a decision quick, Ange. Okay, I will. I had to, yesterday, I was like, do you think the store is really crowded? And my husband's like, probably not. We live in Sweet Home. And I was like, well, do you think that people would be like out Christmas shopping there at this store? And he's like, Aunt, I don't think it's going to be that crowded. And I was like, okay, well, I have to get out of the house. COVID's driving me crazy. And I have to go. I have to go buy something. I have to. Just let me go shopping, please. And so I did. And it was very, very nice, I have to say. It felt great. And I needed that. I needed to get out of the house. I was just like going stir crazy. Anybody else going there? But anyway, I wore my mask. I did, cleaned my hands before I got back in the car. Just all that stuff. I was very careful. They say the carts are wiped down and stuff like that, but I wipe them down anyway. And if there aren't wipes and they have a thing at the counter right there where you come in with disinfectant, I just grab a glopping handful of disinfectant and I would wipe down the cart with it and then use a Kleenex to wipe my hands off or something. And usually they have a garbage right there anymore, so I don't know. Do you think we're ever going to get rid of this stuff? Are we ever going to be able to get together and craft again? I hope so. I ran into a friend and she said, gosh, are we ever going to have coffee? And I said, I don't know. Our little coffee shop, they are never going to put the little sitting area back in. Never. That's what we heard. Never. They just took it all out and it's like, hey, life is going to give us some normal somewhere. So, don't take it all away from us yet. We still have some normal coming to us. Don't we? Golly, I hope so. I hope there's some normal. This is crazy, I know, but look at this tiny piece. I'm just gonna gunk it all. Look at that. Teeny tiny. A little bit of glue. Oh my goodness, it's almost time for me to say goodbye. Just going to put that right along the edge. Oh, not that far at the edge. There we go. Okay. So I think maybe, can I glue that down? I think I can. I think I can. I know I can. So, what are we gonna do? I have some ideas for future projects and, future quick things and just have a lot of ideas. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And there will be craft-alongs So, not to worry. Don't worry. I'm going to take care of you. And all your crafty mind needs. And if not, one of the others will too. We're all here to take care of each other. Okay, I'm not going to do the back quite yet. Isn't this pretty? I love this. Oh gosh, that's pretty. I loved how Rachel used the different stuff today. No. Oh, I think I need to iron that. Maybe not. I don't care if it hangs over. I know it'll make it lumpy, but lumpy will be okay. Ooh, pretty. Oh, my stomach's growling. It's like, Angela, we did not eat. I know. I didn't feed you except for breakfast. Well, it's not ready for this yet anyway because... Ooh, that's pretty. It's not ready for this because... oh gosh, that's pretty. Because we need to do the back. But I just had to look. Oh, look at this one with all the beads on it. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. And then, of course, there's this one. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty on the edge of one of the papers? Let's look. Oh, look at that. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? That might be going to go on a page. Might be sewing that down. What do you think? You want to get closer and see it? Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Okay, so this is an old tablecloth or an old curtain maybe. Kind of needs to be ironed too. Here we go, piece of a wedding dress. If it was partially tied up there, that would be pretty. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it right there, and when we come back, we'll start taking off from this area and see what we want to do with this. And we'll get faster as we go along. I might actually put another color under here so you can see what I'm doing, because I didn't realize it was, creating, you need more contrast. So Okay. All right, time to go. Hope you guys all have a great day. Don't forget, give this video a thumbs up. And I really wasn't complaining at the beginning, just kind of telling you my epiphany about myself and where I'm at art-wise and what I want to do. And I hope that you'll join me and fall in love with journal making like I have, and, you know, ask questions. And if I don't have the answers, we'll ask Martha. Okay, or we'll ask Carol with a Y, or, you know, we'll ask Robin or Lori or whoever else is out there that has an answer. We'll ask them and we'll get the answer. So, but I can at least give you my idea of what I would do. I will let you go, and how about if I see you tomorrow? I hope. Pray my electricity's on. Bye. 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 Love you guys.